This video is going to be for the trade recap that I took yesterday, 11th of February, during the PM session. It was unfortunate because I didn't know that YouTube has a live stream limit of 12 hours that they can archive, and anything after 12 hours it's pretty much gone. So the execution was in the 13th hour into the live stream. Therefore, it wasn't able to save it as a video that you can replay back. So which is really unfortunate. But anyways, I'm going to show you the trade on Top Step, and then I'm gonna highlight where I entered and where I exit. Okay, so on 11th of February, this was the P&L. I only took one trade, and it was for 1 hour and 30 minutes, that entire trade duration. I don't think it mentioned when I entered the trade. Yeah, I don't think it mentioned when, which is just too bad. So reverting back into the chart, okay, so my entry is basically like this. Let me remove the indicators. Okay, so during the PM session yesterday, my entry was down here. This, I think it was this one. Yeah, no, sorry, it was this one. Entry, my stop loss, and my target was this daily opening price. Okay, let me just do this. So you would be able to see the entry and the stop loss before the live stream ends, because I waited the entire AM session for this entry. So unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to get what I annotated or read during the price movement higher, but you will be able to see the game plan prior to this setup. So before I place the setup right here, you would be able to you will be able to find out what is the entire game plan for the day in the live stream itself, because I said it right at the start of the stream, what I was expecting and what I was looking for. And I also mentioned it during the PM session, during the AM session, New York AM session, what I was anticipating to happen. Okay, so even though it hit my target, I exited at this low right here, which is also another inversion fair value gap right here. This was my final exit. So from here to the swing low and then to the exit, it was about 2R. Okay, I would say it's a turtle soup, but more like a OTE setup right here. And I wouldn't dive into the game plan over here in this video, but I would like to try to imitate what I was annotating and saying when price was moving higher. Okay, so over here when we got tagged, my first soft invalidation would be price not closing below this inversion fair value gap. Okay, it has to respect it, and then it traded higher. I was saying that we need to see the same amount of speed that it took to trade down here, which is 1, 2, 3 candles on a 5 minutes. So on the way up, we should also see 3 candles trading all the way up into the opening price of 12 p.m.'s lunch candle. Okay, because if it is a reversal, it has to match the speed. All right, and the other thing that I mentioned was when it started to retrace a little bit, I was looking at this fair value gap right here, another inversion that was utilized before, because we traded higher, came back down, retest, and then higher, after which we came down through again, and then after that we closed back again. So this level should be a balanced price range. So price came back down, closing slightly below the inversion fair value gap. Am I annotating it correctly? No, there's a volume imbalance down here, so I should include this volume imbalance. Okay, so in that case then it did not close below the inversion fair value gap. Okay, so as it was retracing, I was saying that if it was to attack this high, it has to do it in half the time that it took from here to here. So I was saying right here to here, we did it in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. So from here, if it was to attack this high, it should use only half the time. So that would be 40 minutes. So I marked 155, which is right here. Sorry, 12:55, not 155. 12:55. It has to complete the move by 12:55. But because we have experienced such a consolidating retracement, this entire target right here was removed, which means it was not viable anymore, and therefore I moved lower my targets to this. I lowered my targets from here to here. Okay, now moving forward, as we continue to trade within this level here, price was basically consolidating, and it offered another micro OTE down here below 50% for this initial move higher, this impulse. It offered a 50% retracement into a PD array that was within discount, this fair value gap right here, and as well as a stop hunt conveniently, and then it moved higher, closing above this down close candle that took out this swing low. All right, so once we have that, which is at this candle's close, 125 candles close, I shifted my stops to this low. All right, initially my stop is at the body as it trades higher, because it should not come back down into the into the body if it is to go higher, right? This should mark the low of the PM session, which indeed it did eventually. So as this candle closed above this down close candle, I shifted my stops even more. I'm jamming my stops up down here because right here was a swing low taken. We have traded into discount and we have displaced away, confirming this bullish order block. So this bullish order block should support the price. Okay, and then eventually for the next two candles, my targets were met, and then I exited the entire trade. So the reason behind my exit right here instead of up here, because I was very lethargic. I'm getting tired, as well as I need to go to bed. So I didn't want to hold on to the entire PM session to wait for this high, not this high, but wait for the targets to be met, because this consolidation is telling me that it's not going to be a very fast move. It's going to be a sort of a high resistance, but not really, right? Because it took out a stop before going higher right here as well, took out the stop and then go higher. So this is a signature of high resistance. It's just that it's not as bad as the high resistance that we see during the London session. It took out stops, went below, failed to take out this low, comes back up for the stops again, and then go lower again, failed to take out the low here, and then another stop. So this is the true, not the true, but a much more difficult high resistance as compared to this one. Okay, So anyways, because it was in a high resistance, I decided to just, I don't know, end the day early. And anyways, it's 2 hours. It's more than enough, right? So this was the entire recap that I'm trying to do, because I wasn't able to save the video, right? I didn't know, which is why I didn't record the execution. If not, it would have been great, because the video would speak a lot more better than me speaking or me making this current video right now. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for this current video, right? Yeah, it was really unfortunate. I would dub this entry here as a 2-star Michelin because it's not the best turtle soup, not the best. It's not better than the one before, which I gave it 3-star Michelin, right? Because that one, it was tap and go, and it didn't have any strong retracements, I would say, and it took really fast to complete the entire move. This one right here, it came through my entry and then went up higher and then met some resistance down here to go higher again. So it's not like a 3-star. It's not the best in terms of the comfort level, but it's still very comfortable because my entry was down here and price was up here. That is, I understand that it's really, really comfortable, right? I received almost no drawdown, as you can see the candle bodies right here. They don't even close below my entry. It just wicked through a little bit, came back out, wicked through a little bit, came back up, and all the way. So it was only like a 1, 2, 3 candle drawdown, and it's not even 3 candles because it got hit I think at the later part of this candle, and immediately at the open of this candle it traded higher to, I think it traded higher, and then I wasn't in any drawdown. Almost no drawdown at all, but it's not the best. The best was the previous turtle soup execution, whereby it just taps at the very low and then goes. That was the best, right? Literally no drawdown at all. Okay, so which is why to me this is only 2-star Michelin, 2-star. Okay, so yeah, with this I'll end this video right here. Yeah, but it's really unfortunate. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you were one of those that caught my live stream, do leave a comment saying that you actually saw it happening in real time, right? Because that is so much better, even though we sat through a very boring and how would I say, a very boring and I would say bad. It's just boring and a difficult retracement right here, right? It's giving me a very difficult time down here. So thanks for watching again, and I hope to see you in the next one. And